Hey everybody, Fox Rose here. I finally have some great news. First off, ta-da! This is my game shelf. I mean, it's really an armoire, which don't know if this is actually going to work, but yeah, this is my armoire, guys. This is what you're going to be seeing a lot when I do my review stuff. Like, say, if I wanted to review the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix game, that's what you would be seeing in my hands. Or if I'm reviewing, I would probably have a picture of something right here once I figure it out on Sony Vegas Pro. Still working on learning the program, but I'm working with what I have. And yeah, as you guys can hear, the air conditioner is going like a bitch. And something you may be able to notice up top is the fan is going. Hoping it kind of reduces the sound. Won't know until it happens. And this is all on the Sony camera thing again, so bear with me. The problems with having big fingers for these things. Yeah. That'd be me. So how this is going to go, guys, is pretty simple and yet pretty complicated. How this is going to go is, well, I'm scripting videos, mostly reviews and countdowns, like crazy as of late. Even though I'm in my senior year of high school, and last year of high school, I've had quite a bit of time to work on stuff thanks to a lot of family stuff going on in a positive way for once in my life, and B, the fact that I can get out of school at lunch nowadays gives me more time to work on these scripts. I have virtually no homework whatsoever other than my English class and sometimes what I'm doing with my tech advisor, who is going to be kind of like my senior project mentor. So that's the good news. The bad news is I'm still figuring out everything. Like, we still have a ton of stuff to do. Like, all these cases? Yeah. That's only one part. And as you can see above me, there's a whole line of dudes. Can't quite see it well because of where the camera's placed, which I'm gonna fix that at the end of the video, hopefully, if I remember. Still working on the whole thing, and we're trying our best to get this to work. Taking a lot of inspiration from Cat Icarus and Rabbit Luigi, and quite a bit from Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. Reason being is I'm trying to do the face cam stuff a lot more, as you guys know. And the fact that the AC's been going in my room all summer long hasn't exactly helped, and just now getting Sony Vegas Pro is not helping either. Good and bad to every scenario. But yeah, that's the positives. There's really no negatives that I can speak of right now. Other than if I shut this door, you guys can see all my gaming consoles. You may not be able to see them well, but you can see all of them, I think. Gonna move the camera just a little bit so you can see them better. So as you can see, we got Wii, which I'll be playing my Wii and GameCube games on. PS3, which is what I'll be playing PS3 and PS1 on. And then the PS2, which is on top of the PS4. is for PS2 only, and the PS4 is for PS4 only. There will be some games that were for PS3 that I never got on PS4, but they'll be very hard to notice if they are. So yeah, that's the big stuff. Also, as I'm sure you can see, I have my TV mounted now. It's not the big hulking bitch of an entertainment center that was over there. So I got stuff going. I do. In fact, on screen right now, I have Digimon World 2 playing. I just got done with the battle. Yeah. So, back to other stuff. Which, again, moving the camera. Dang it. Which, before anyone starts freaking out and saying, isn't that a bad thing for the video games? First off, I don't even have my games in the cases. And second off, the only games that I do have in the cases are the DS games and 3DS games. And third off, I don't keep my games in their cases for a good chunk of the games I have. I keep them all in this beauty. I got this when I was real little, because I was really into video games then. Nowhere near as much as I was now, I believe. I think it's actually gotten a little less addictive since then. But yeah. In here is basically all the discs that I have. Also, something I just realized that I never mentioned before is, depending on how everything's going, I may be getting something to record the Sega Genesis Classic Collection game thing on. Yeah, I have the Sonic Mega Collection, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And being someone who grew up with Sega, well, the original console anyway, that was my first game that I ever played. The first game I ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 or 2, can't remember which. But it was, in fact, one or the other. And it's kind of made me who I am today in the sense that I'm competitive with games and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, gonna close this back up again. Which, real brief. Second most recent game that I got for PS4 is Warriors Orochi Ultimate 3. I got this at GameStop, and it's quite a big game. It's like Sengoku Basara or Dynasty Warriors, if you've played either of the games. But this has a ton of characters. Like, I don't know how well you can see it on the back, but first text bubble even tells you how many there are in this game. With 145 playable characters. And that's not even from these games alone. That's including Dead or Alive, Atelier, and Soul Calibur. Anyone who's watched my top 10 favorite video game franchises knows I'm a huge sucker for fighting games. And to have Soul Calibur characters in a game like this, I could not pass it up. So, damn. And considering it was a choice between this and Eco and the Shadow of Colossus collection, which I didn't even find at GameStop at the time, this was all I had to go for. Yeah. Which, another thing that I want to bring up is the fact that when I get the new Digimon game coming out for PS4, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3, I will be doing a full in-depth Let's Play of both games. Those will be the big Let's Plays when I get them. I am not going back on my word on that. That is 100% promise. Because there's no way I am letting my fan base, well, not so much fan base, but friends who don't even have a PlayStation 4 know what the games are like. In fact, a person that is just now getting into Kingdom Hearts, who's a family member of mine, and is going to be in a future video once he comes back from his little gig, is going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 1, Rechain of Memories, and the 2 movies from the 2 collection discs, then Kingdom Hearts 2, and finally Birth by Sleep. And then, depending on if he gets it or not, Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Considering the fact that he's a big God of War person, I have no idea how he's going to react to the games other than the boss battles. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing when you think about it. Yeah. Speaking of my family member, that brings me to my next point. My next point is the fact that we're going to be doing challenge videos. Yeah. I recently found Matthias, who's done challenge videos with Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Wade, Jesse, Tyler, a bunch of people. And seeing the ideas that they had for their challenge videos, I want to incorporate one of those with one of my family members because it's my family, that they have to be in some kind of thing. And a good chunk of my decisions for games have been from family members suggesting them. The only exceptions being the Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry games. Those ones are solely me, man. So yeah, there's that. And now that I think about it, trying to think of what I'm going to do next. Oh yeah. Since I'm still coming up with ideas for countdown lists and stuff like that, I've got a couple rolling around in my head right now, which, not to give spoilers or anything, a couple of them are Pokemon related. And one of them is going to be made before a certain Digimon PS4 game is made. Well, released. It's being made. It's not released. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah. So that's one of the big things. Next big thing I kind of want to show off is just what I've been getting for the last chunk of time. And if this video seems brighter, it's because I'm finally away from the light, which that just blinded me. Fuck. That I've finally gotten away from it for now. And it will seem darker in future videos with Facecam, but only because of the way the lighting is set up. And until I get artificial lighting, it's not going to be a big thing. But without beating around the hairy bush, as Cat Icarus would say, here's one of the big things that I've been wanting to show off to you guys ever since I got it. I got this when Pokemon X and Y came out. This is the actual Pokemon official timeline poster for the main series. And it's in really good condition. The only problems with it are a few creases, and it's not completely flat. I mean, I barely touched this since I got it unwrapped from the casing. And it is in really good condition. I mean, you can see where the creases are in the thing very easily. Not so much on the top, but on the bottom, really. And yeah, just one of those things that I've kept well in good condition all this time. I know this is going to be a big thing when Pokemon finally hits the fan and it kind of dies. Because, let's face it, people, there's no way they can keep doing Pokemon the way that they're doing it. And as much as that pains me to say it, because I still fucking love the games. I love the games with a passion. But as it stands, there's no way that they can keep doing it at the rate they're doing it. I'm sorry to say that. So yeah, that's just one thing. Next is ideas. One thing that I've been thinking about for ideas in the review sense is a rating system. As many of you know, people will go by stars. Cat Icarus does a thing where he either slaughters or salvages a game. And those ones are kind of cool ideas, but I want to make one that's not generic or copying someone else. So, just an idea. One idea that I had was slash or save. And basically, if I slash the game, where is the stupid thing? Hang on. Man, I gotta thank that family member once I see him again. So I'll either slash the game, or I'll save it and kind of pull a Bleach and just bunk it on the head and they'll go to heaven. Or whatever. I'm not sure how it's going to go yet. That's just one idea that I have. Also, Richard Sword, huh? I mean, for comparison, it's longer than my arm, so, yeah. I mean, from my elbow to the top of my hand, anyway. So, yeah. Not trying to be menacing by any means, so don't get that an idea, please. So that's just one idea that I have for reviews, and I'd like to hear what you guys would like to see in a review series, because I'm all for any kind of cool ideas. That's why I wanted to do YouTube, because YouTube is full of creativity. No one's really going to hate people for what they like to do. Unless it's a different opinion than everyone else, then that's a different story, unfortunately. So, yeah. Trying to think of what else to talk about, because it's the longest that I've ever gotten the YouTube camera to actually cooperate. There's stuff that I want to talk about. Don't think it's like a rant or anything. This is actually something I want to talk about. And one big thing that I just realized that I want to talk about is the Let's Plays. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I've been thinking greatly about this. And the general consensus is that nobody likes the Let's Plays. I can understand why. But I gotta ask people this question. Is it because I don't give enough commentary? Is it because I'm not funny? Which, that one, I don't really care if I'm funny or not. I just care about playing the game and showing what it's like. Because, as many people know, a good chunk of the games that I play are ones that I like. If it's a game that I don't like, I'm not going to play it. That's just me. And I'll only play games I like. That's the truth. So, is it because I'm not funny? Is it because that I just have a small subscriber base right now? I want an answer, guys. I'm really trying to make this my job. And it's not going so well. I mean, I've hit 210 videos recently. Very recently. And yet nobody is really watching them. I just barely hit 100 subscribers last month after being on YouTube for 3 years. I'd like to know why I'm not all that popular. Is it because I don't upload as much as I should be? Is it because I take general breaks? I want an answer, guys. I'm trying to crank out content as quick as possible, but with the way that my family's been, I just haven't had enough time to put content out there. And with a third new laptop, first one being the school computer, second one being my personal computer, which ran like shit, and this third one where I didn't even have Windows Movie Maker, and I now have Sony Vegas Pro. I just want to know what you guys think, please. Please, that's all I ask. I'm doing my best. I really am. Speaking of things that are ridiculous, I've been getting a lot of copyright claims on my videos as of late. And a good chunk of them are old videos. Like, really old videos. Like, when I first started YouTube videos. Like, I know the Spade Hammer Bro's gonna remember this one. The video where, well, when I first started YouTube, I tried doing videos where I would have Beyblades, the real life Beyblades, in the arena, best 2 out of 3, whatever. And I would have the people who own the blades from the anime fight. The only fights that I really did this with, if I remember right, was Kyoya versus Damien, aka Rock Leon versus Hades Kerbex, and Jack versus Tsubasa, aka Evil Befall versus Earth Eagle. I just want to know why that videos like those are getting copyright claims. And the most recent copyright claim was on my Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition Nero Let's Play, Episode 1. Because of the fact that it had music from the game, from the fucking game, that was copyrighted. Let me ask you something. Why is a video being copyrighted because of music that is in the game? I want an answer, people. I know what happens to smaller YouTubers like me all the time, but I just want an answer. It really bugs me. It really does. Which, real quick, this bit is kind of a stupid thing, but I'm going to be doing this anyway, so if anyone wants to post this to any social networks or anything like that, feel free. And what I gotta ask is, if you could send this link or mention my channel in some way to your friends, to at least show the channel, and if they like me, great. That's awesome. Just a 17-year-old doing YouTube because he wants to do this for his job. And as it is right now, college isn't looking like an option, so this is the only way I can work with computers. So, yeah. If you can just copy this link or show the video to your friends in some way, shape, or form, post it on social media networks, I don't care. I just want more popularity on YouTube to hopefully get a start. It's not that I'm looking to get money from this, because that's part of having YouTube as a job. It's because of the fact that I've made some really awesome people as friends. Artists, writers, music composers, animators. I've made some awesome friends on YouTube, art websites, everywhere. And I just want to be known more. I want to make more awesome friends. Because being 17 and just barely making friends for the first time in my life, really, with the exception of 5 people that were actually friends around here where I live, that says something. It says that I'm not a liked person in my flipping town. So yeah. Sorry for that negative tidbit last. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Show this to your friends. I don't care anymore. Because if you'll excuse me, I got some Digimon to go play. And as always, everybody, rock and roll, dudes and vixens. And don't make me come find you.